Who's excited for the new Venom movie? I am. Venom and Carnage and Toxin and like all the symbiotes. They're like my favorite villains slash anti-heroes of any superhero universe ever. Sorry, I'm a really big nerd. But I watched the trailer like 5 times and I'm really looking forward to go seeing it when it comes out. To be honest, I feel like they could have done a little bit better on the visuals as far as how Venom appears. But one thing I think they nailed was the voice of Venom. I think it was awesome. In the old Spider-Man 3 movie, I was really let down because they just let him do his normal voice. It really sucked. But Venom has an awesome voice now. I'm gonna play a little clip of it just so you can hear what it's like.
We are Venom.
That is a clip from the trailer. I love what they did with his voice there, and I wanted to see how close I could get to remaking it, and I think I came really close. Like, it's almost exact in my opinion. Here are a couple of my really cringy vocals. We are Venom. We are Venom. And here is the final result after my post-processing.
We are Venom. We are Venom.
I was really happy that I was able to get the recreation accurate, and today I'm going to show you how you can do this. It's actually really simple. Now, I had to use my voice, and I kind of sound like a fetus, so if you're actually taking someone who has a big, strong voice that's really low and already sounds powerful, this will probably sound better, but it still sounds pretty badass just using my voice. Alright, so when I started off, I actually recorded a bunch of takes of We Are Venom, and then I just took the 2 best ones, the ones that I thought, worked best with the effects. But what I did is I have all these takes. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit edit right here. So it's like I just recorded it into Edison, like it's just thrown into Edison. And what I'm going to do here first is the only really complicated part that doesn't involve doing something in the effect chain. All I have to do is you hit Alt-T, and then this comes up right here, this time stretcher and pitch shifter. You want to make sure it should automatically be on eGeneric, but what I want to do here is I want to bring it down. I brought it down in pitch about -5 semitones, anywhere around there would be fine. And I also brought down the factor course just a little bit, just a couple of semitones. And this is going to keep some of the form and action preserved. So it'll sound like the voice itself is deep, but it doesn't sound like it's electronically all like pitch shifted down. It won't sound all fake. It'll make it sound a little more natural. So that's what I did. And when I hit accept, I get this right here.
We are Venom.
So it's already very deep, and it's already pretty close to what we need. It just needs to sound a lot fatter and grittier. It needs to come more from the chest, you know what I'm saying? Now, after I did that, I just threw it into the playlist, and this is the one that we had right here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is actually go into this little section right here where you can add some effects, and I'm going to turn up the ring modulation. Just make sure the frequency for the ring modulation is all the way down, and turn it up a little bit. I believe I have it at 24%. Yeah, that's what I had it at before. 24%. And what this ring mod does is if I bring it all the way up, I'll show you, like you can hear what it sounds like.
We are Venom.
It sounds really gritty and low, and it sounds kind of strange, more alien-like. But if we bring it to the middle, so like bring the mix to the middle, so it's mixing both of those together, it sounds like this.
We are Venom.
And now that adds what, it's ring modulation, but it sounds like amplitude modulation almost. This is the volume of it going up and down really fast. And it didn't sound that way because when you, like at the top, because the phases were perfectly aligned, if you bring it right in the middle, like half of the time the phases cancel out. And especially with how ring modulation works, it makes it sound very deep. And I wanted to add a little bit of that deep kind of grittiness to the sound, so I just put it at 24%.
We are Venom.
Makes it sound less smooth and more like guttural almost, so that's a really fun trick to do. Then after that, I popped it into the mixer, and I just am doing mixer 1 here. First up, we have a limiter, and this isn't even doing any limiting. This is just like a noise gate. You can see I have the threshold up a little bit and the gain down with a lot of release. This will take away anything that isn't me actually talking in the background.
We are Venom.
You see how as soon as I stop talking, I have a little bit of release up, which is what that curve is. But as soon as I stop talking, it just brings everything down, so I don't get any weird noise in the background, because I have compression later, and I just wanted to get ring of that at the very beginning. So that's all the limiter is doing. Next up, we have Effector, just the classic Effector from FL Studio. And I'm doing ring modulation again. I'm bringing these all the way down, the X and the Y parameters, all the way down at the bottom. And it's doing the same thing as it was before. I just wanted more of an effect. It's right now it's at about 20% or something like that. So if I bring it all the way up, this is what it sounds like.
We are Venom.
Exactly like it was before. If I bring it halfway,
We are Venom.
there's a better example of what it means. Like the volume is going up and down really, really fast. You can hear it.
We are Venom.
It makes it sound really deep and guttural. So just bring it down to about 20. It's about what I had it on before, about here.
We are Venom.
It just adds more brutality to it. So I really like doing that. Next up, we have a Maximus where I'm just doing some nice hard compression in the lows right here.
We are Venom.
Really just making sure that it's not going too far up and everything's getting compressed nice and evenly. And same with the mids.
We are Venom.
A little bit lighter compression, but still I just have to make sure it's even all the time. Next up for the highs.
We are Venom.
It's just the highs were very, very low. I had to boost them up a lot here with this compression. And like you can see where everything is. You can see where the bands are. You can see what I'm doing. Oh boy. You can see what I'm doing with all of these bands right here. It's just basic multi-band compression at this point. It's not doing anything too special. After that, I have a dimension expander. This is free from X for Records. You can just download this for free. It's just the dimension expander from Serum. And it just sounds like this.
We are Venom.
Just a little bit extra dimension. Also, the dimension will get boosted a little bit when we go into the sound goodizer. Of course, I had to put the sound goodizer. I put the sound goodizer on everything. So just drive that a lot, and it's just...
We are Venom.
I love it so much. And as a final touch, I just have this EQ to roll off any weird lows that sounded kind of muddy, and some harsh high end, and boost the crisp high end a little bit, and it just sounds really, really nice.
We are Venom. We are Venom.
Just saying, this video is not sponsored at all, even though I wish it was. All the opinions that I have said are my own, and I just wanted to say them. But for real, you should go see Venom when it comes out. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial, and I will see all of you
In the next video.